Joining us now to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from around the world is Arise News analyst Emmanuel Malabite Eveni. Good morning.
Good morning, Ruben.
Good morning.
Good morning, Rufai.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
Good morning, Tundu.
Good morning, Mr.
I don't know about Japanese, for those bringing Japanese into the conversation, but I know of an authentic African beauty.
Oh.
Defending the romantic.
Thank you.
Yes. Ruben, let's start the review with this day.
Action.
Yes, Nigeria's newspaper of records. The lead story, federal government. We have firepower to end insurgency without mercenaries. Insist negotiating with bandits paints government as weak. Buhari reaffirms shoot on sight order at AK-47 wielding criminals. 2,403 insurgents killed since 2015. Armed forces working in synergy, says Irabor. Now the federal government has foreclosed for those recommending that we should bring in the mercenaries, people like Ruben. The federal government has foreclosed the prospect of using mercenaries because of the belief that we have enough firepower to do the job. But we want to see the job done. So much for rhetoric, so much for tough talk. We want to see the job done because the signals, developments, does not paint a very good picture, as we have seen in the breaking news, which we took a short while ago. Now, before leaving the front page of this day, of course, I cannot leave the front page without talking about the new streaming service Arise Play. Original productions, the best of Hollywood, the best of Nollywood, of course, never seen before original productions will be on display from Sunday. When it's coming from the This Day Arise group, it has to be earth-shaking and, of course, with global impact. We'll see that from Sunday. I cannot wait. The world cannot wait any longer. Now, we move over to other newspapers. The Guardian newspaper. Federal government talks tough as bandits kill over 40 in 1 week. Gory pictures there. Restates order to shoot at sight anyone found with AK-47. Will not negotiate with insurgents, National Security Advisor says. Now, the Daily Independent has the same story. We won't engage mercenaries against Boko Haram, according to the federal government. But below the photograph there, we are broke. We need increased allocation. Reps, that's the House of Representative members, saying they are broke, they don't have enough allocation, even saying that their job of legislating may be affected by lack of funds. But we know that over time, the House of Representatives, indeed the National Assembly, they've been doing very good job of increasing their allocation. So how come they are broke? Is it that they are not getting cash backing from the Minister of Finance? That in itself is an issue. Daily Sun newspaper, illegal possession of AK-47 Buhari restates shoot outside order. Now the Daily Trust newspaper, while the government is saying no to mercenaries, Borno elders, experts are urging the federal government to hire mercenaries to end Boko Haram. Will be harder on criminals, Buhari, negotiation sign of weakness, Mongono. Now, the Daily Times of Nigeria, gunmen abduct teachers, students in Edo, bandits still on rampage in Kaduna, others. Of course, that abduction that took place yesterday at the National Institute of Construction Technology in Uromi, Edo State. Number of students and teachers taken as victims, kidnapped by these bandits, or what we call them now. But the Edo State Police Command yet to unveil details of how many students and how many teachers were actually abducted in Urumi. Now, the Punch newspaper, vaccine side effects fear. Vaccination continues, says federal government. 8 countries suspend rollout. We haven't seen unusual reactions after administering AstraZeneca vaccine. Government. Patient safety, our highest priority. United Kingdom manufacturer insists. Well, I'm sure our experts and our healthcare professionals will be monitoring whether there are side effects before any decision can be taken. Because as it stands, all we have is AstraZeneca. We don't have any other option. Unlike South Africa that purchased its own vaccines. When they were not comfortable with one, they opted for Johnson & Johnson and paid for it. But we hope our professionals will do a professional job and ensure that whenever side effects are detected, the needful will be done. Now, the foreign newspapers quickly. The Daily Mail newspaper of UK. William blasts back at race slur, and the paper adds, for effects, he and Kate show what duty really means. Of course, Prince William became the first senior royal to respond to the allegation of racism, amongst other allegations, by Prince Harry and Meghan. And of course, according to this report, the Queens and other senior royals are backing Prince Williams in that response, where he said the royals were very much not a racist family. The royals are not a very, no, let me get that right. The royals were very much not a racist family. And of course, he had to speak, and Prince Charles, as well as the Queen, are also backing him for coming out to speak during one of his royal duties when he was asked about the interview. And I think that in itself is a welcome development. Now, the New York Times, President's goal, July 4 gathering with close family. Biden tells states to offer shots to all adults by May 1. Of course, in his speech yesterday to the American nation, the US President Joe Biden used the opportunity, a 24-minute speech, to comfort Americans who have been bound by a year of suffering and sacrifice, and of course, offering hope that by July 4, there will be some semblance of freedom from the pandemic, and families will be able to gather once again.